All right, we're live. Looks like they're announcing 2 different chips. Sorry for the audio.
That's 1.7 times M1 Pro and 3.5 times M1. It's the largest chip we've ever built by far. M1 Max has the same powerful 10-core CPU complex of M1 Pro and doubles the GPU to a massive 32 cores, giving M1 Max up to 4 times faster GPU performance than M1. And it has an even more capable media engine with up to 2 times faster video encoding and 2 ProRes accelerators. M1 Max delivers all of this with industry-leading performance per watt. For Apple Silicon, power efficiency defines system performance. That's why M1 is a breakthrough. When you look at its multi-core CPU performance versus power curve, it continues to crush the latest 4-core PC laptop chip. M1 is phenomenal. And when you add an M1 Pro and M1 Max, they deliver dramatically more performance. To put that in perspective, here is the latest 8-core PC laptop chip. M1 Pro and M1 Max have higher performance at every power level. At their peak, they deliver 1.7 times the performance of the PC chip in the same power envelope. Insane. And at the peak performance of the PC chip, they deliver the same performance at 70% less power. That's a big deal.
True.
Now here's the GPU performance versus power curve of M1. And here's the integrated graphics in that 8-core PC laptop chip. M1 easily outperforms it while using significantly less power. So when we add an M1 Pro, it's in a whole different class. At its peak, it's more than 7 times faster. Now, many PC laptops add a discrete GPU for better graphics performance. So here is a PC laptop with a powerful discrete GPU. M1 Pro delivers more performance while using 70% less power. But that's not all. There are compact Pro laptops that have higher performing, yet very power-hungry discrete GPUs. They deliver strong performance, but they consume a ton of power. And on a notebook, when you consume that much power, it means more heat, noisy fans, and less battery life.
Yeah, that's the thing I didn't
So
like
let's
about
look at
my
M1
2015 MacBook.
It delivers
Noisy.
comparable performance while using 40% less power. Now let's compare M1 Max to the chip running in the fastest PC laptop we could find. It's a high-end system that is much bigger and heavier than a compact Pro laptop. It delivers even faster graphics performance, but it also consumes a massive amount of power. Here, M1 Max delivers similar performance while using 100 watts less power. This is unheard of.
Bring that power
and this
bill
remarkable
down.
efficiency means M1 Max performance is outstanding, plugged in or using the battery. If you look at the compact Pro laptop on battery, its graphics performance drops significantly. M1 Max is up to 2.5 times faster. And if you look at the high-end laptop when it's on battery, the drop-off in graphics performance is even more extreme. M1 Max is over 3 times faster. This is one of the huge advantages that Apple Silicon brings to our Pro users. So that's M1 Max. Scaling up the M1 architecture even further. It's by far the most capable chip we've ever built.
That held me back on the other ones was
Simply
only
put,
having USB.
it's the world's most powerful chip
I don't
for
want
a
to carry
Pro
around all
notebook.
these dongles.
Next, here's Craig to tell you how macOS takes full advantage of M1 Pro and M1 Max.
Bring that, little back, bring that.
Transitions
These
are
new
so
chips
cool on these.
are phenomenal. By designing macOS for our own silicon, we're able to take the experience of using a Mac to a whole new level. Everything is incredibly fast and responsive. Apps launch instantly. And my personal favorite, instant wake from sleep. For these new Pro chips, we've made improvements across the system to provide the best performance on the most demanding apps. For example, using Pro app workload data to help optimize how macOS assigns multi-threaded tasks to the CPU cores. Advanced power management features intelligently allocate tasks between the performance and efficiency cores, giving you both incredible performance and incredible battery life. So you can compile more code or edit more video on a single charge. And macOS is designed to take advantage of the unified memory architecture in these new chips. So Pro apps can manipulate huge images or video streams and move them between the
They're only
CPU
gonna
and
have 32
GPU with
gigabytes of
zero
RAM,
copies.
which
of
for most
breathtaking
cases is
performance.
fine.
Technologies like Metal
I
let
have
apps
64 on my
automatically
desktop.
scale with our new
Kinda
chips.
overkill.
Even better performance. Thanks to Core ML optimizations, machine learning models perform on average over 3 times faster compared with the fastest Core i9 MacBook Pro, with some ML models performing over 20 times faster. And when it comes to security, M1, M1 Pro, and M1 Max are a major leap forward with industry-leading protections, like hardware-verified secure boot, runtime anti-exploitation technologies, and fast inline encryption for all of your files. Next, let's talk about apps. With Apple Silicon, users get way more of them and they perform better than ever. Every app made by Apple is optimized for and runs natively on Apple Silicon. We also have Rosetta 2, so Intel-based apps, even Pro apps with plugins, simply run without missing a beat. And even running under Rosetta, applications invoking macOS technologies like Metal get a big speed boost from our optimizations for Apple Silicon. And you can run iPhone and iPad apps on Mac, opening a huge new universe of possibilities. To unlock the full power and performance of these chips, apps can be recompiled to run natively as universal. All of our Pro apps are universal. And today we're launching some exciting updates with new
Final
features
Cut
and even
on iPad?
faster performance on M1 Pro
That
and
could be a
M1
game
Max.
changer.
With Logic Pro, for the first time, musicians will be able to create massive spatial audio mixes on a notebook. In Final Cut Pro, video analysis for the new object tracking feature is up to 5 times faster.
That's
And in
what's up.
Compressor,
That's what I'm gonna be
ProRes video
learning
transcode
next in
is a
Final Cut.
remarkable 10 times faster. Of course, this isn't just about Apple. Developers are moving fast, and there are now over 10,000 universal apps and plugins available, including Lightroom Classic, Cinema 4D, Capture One, Sketch, and many more. We gave some developers an early look, and they were blown away by what they could do with M1 Pro and M1 Max. Let's hear from a few of them.
Hey, I'm Rohit.
Hi, I'm Nick.
My name is Megan Keane.
Jules Urbath.
My name is Philip Losch.
Pro Apple Silicon has 3.5 times the transistor count, 4 times the unified memory,
That's kinda
and
funny
6
how they
times
did
the
that.
memory bandwidth of the M1.
It's like a racing car. 4 times the performance in DaVinci Resolve, 5 times faster GPU performance, 8 times faster ProRes to ProRes rendering performance. In a typical shot, for example, a basketball shot, you'll do primary color correction, secondary color correction, magic masks, power windows with tracking, and you can apply all this in real time. This was not possible before.
Imagine taking this performance anywhere. These new Pro chips allow you to create and shape the world in a playful way. Cinema 4D is nearly 3 times faster. Redshift is over 4 times faster. This completely
guy shut
unlocks
down.
new possibilities.
The first thing that comes to my mind when I think of a scale test is just spinning cubes. Thousands and thousands and thousands of them. When you're making a game, you're constantly iterating. You iterate again and again and again and again. The increased performance of these new Pro chips mean you can make more complex scenes, bigger games, better games, all on your laptop.